Absolutely gut-wrenching for the Hawks yesterday at the MCG, but the Sydney Swans, long will they celebrate the 2012 Premiership. This is how it happened. The Swans 14-7, 91, 11-15, 81 the Hawks. It was an arm wrestle all day, ebbed and flowed, and Brownie, just through sheer endeavour, got the Swans over the line.
Yeah, it certainly was. Lance Franklin's kicked 3 goals, 4 there, missed a couple. David Hale kicked 2, Gunston 2. Kennedy kicked 2, McVeigh and Malsexy. Daniel Hanbury, I thought, was best on ground. O'Keefe also. You see the Supercoach points, Hanbury, Malcheski, McVeigh, Goods, O'Keefe and Brad Sewell. He was absolutely terrific with 11 clearances. He had 141, Lance Franklin 122, also David Hale 122. And Bill, you had a look at the first quarter.
Big first quarter, 99,683 in the house, and Xavier Ellis kicks the first goal, $41 for the first goal if you had him. And it was an arm wrestle early, fantastic game. Nick Malcheski around the corner here had one of the goals of his life to get Sydney going there. It took a long time to kick the first goal. It was 8 minutes into it. And then we wanted to see Buddy, and he got going there, of course, takes a nice mark there, goes back, and he kicks his first goal there. And the Hawks are away. They kicked the last 3 goals of the quarter. They led by 19 points at quarter time, and they had nice momentum going for them there. It was really good work there by Poo-Poo. He did it well, kept control there. Gunston gets on the end of this one, kicks a nice goal. And they had really, really nice momentum. I like the way they're going. They're winning it out of the middle. The centre clearances for 4-zip, and Sewell and these guys are really killing them out of the middle. And they dominated inside 50. They went inside 50 18 times to Sydney 7 in that first quarter. So really dominated the first quarter, did the Hawks.
They certainly did. So it was 19 points to the Hawks, and in the second quarter it was all about the Swans. They just went whack. Stewie Dew really put it on Kennedy and really put it on O'Keefe to get plenty of the ball and really push hard forward. Kennedy got them going early with a terrific goal. Yep. Then Kieran Jack follows up, which was super effort. And the midfielders. This was all the midfielders doing the damage. It wasn't the forwards. It was the midfielders really stepping up to the plate and putting the pressure on the Hawks. And they just kept going. They kept running hard. They kept linking up extremely well. They were harder than Hawthorn in this quarter. And this is what the Swans have been able to do throughout the season. They just find a way to get themselves going. Jetta gets the ball inside here, and McVeigh takes a nice mark, and he goes back and kicks a really solid goal. But it was all about the tackling. That's the reason what got the Swans back into this game. They dominated the tackles right throughout the whole match, but especially in this second quarter. And this was the end where you wanted to score goals. 19 goals for the match were kicked to the city end, 6 to the punt road end. Reid kicks a beautiful goal from 50 there. They got their tails up. They're feeling really good about themselves. And now it's all about Mitch Morton. He's kicked 80 goals in the twos all season. The side finally get him in there. They really trust and believe in him. And I'll tell you what, he just gets around Burgoyne a bit too easy there, kicks truly, gets his confidence up. And this is what Morton can do. He can have 5 or 6 possessions and he can really hurt you on the scoreboard. And Goods just taps it out here. Morton gets it and he just does a bit of dancing here and snaps it through. So they're going in at half-time with a 16-point lead. It was an amazing turnaround. And they're starting to really believe they can win this match and had a lot of confidence going in at half-time.
And we saw on the Vision Croft the run and the outside run of the Sydney Swans, and it continued at the start of the third quarter. 16 points up, as Croft said. You thought, how can Hawthorn get into it? They need to kick the first goal, but it was Sydney who kicked the first 2 goals of the third quarter to go out to a 28-point lead. And you just thought, you know, they could be home and hosed, and here we go, another one. Lewis Roberts-Thompson, so important. That was their 8th goal in a row here from Lewis Roberts-Thompson. So you thought they're in a lot of trouble, Hawthorn, but what they did, they closed the game down. Sewell, Mitchell, Lewis got themselves back in the game. They needed a goal to settle them. David Hale, who I thought was just about the best ruckman on the ground, could have nearly kicked 4 goals, David Hale. He kicked that first goal, and suddenly this is the first run that Grant Birchall got on the day. So Sydney shut him down really, really well. A moment of brilliance here from Buddy Franklin. Wasn't confident enough to go back on the set shot all day, but gets that one going through. And suddenly a few of the peripheral players like Gunston got back in the game. We see some opportunist goals come from some players who didn't have great games, like Jack Gunston. He's a beautiful kick for goal. He kicks that one, and then Buddy was on. You could see his confidence was up. He was starting to beat Ted Richards in the one-on-one, and this one was just a phenomenal kick. Kicked this one around about 70 metres. Long bomb from Buddy Franklin. Suddenly, you saw the energy of the Hawthorn players. They were up and about. They lifted. Watch this. This is Isaac Smith. He hasn't done it a lot this year, but a goal on the run. And then all the momentum was theirs until this happened. Sam Mitchell didn't throw the ball back to Jared McVeigh, and the momentum shift went back Brownie to the Sydney Swans, and suddenly they went in with a 1-point lead at three-quarter time.
Yeah, momentum really did shift with that free kick, and we've had a great grand final so far. You go into the last quarter, you want your big name players to stand up, and the Hawks really started this quarter well. Cirioli was very quiet, but he set up this first goal to Luke Bruce, and then just after this, they kicked a couple in the first 5 minutes of this last quarter. David Hale, quick snap out of the pack. All of a sudden, the Hawks are out to a couple of goal lead, and it looked like they had the real energy because they played the better footy in the third quarter. Looked like they were going to keep that going. But as we've spoken about, Sydney beat them on the outside. You'll notice that the next 4 Sydney goals, none of them are set shots, none of them are set plays. They're all on the run. As we see Hanbury kick that goal there. Mitch Morton involved again there. And they just started to run, and this is a goal. I don't know what Clinton Young was doing there. I don't think he'll want to see that one again. The next one, as we see here, Goods. I'm going to show this one again in a minute for Adam Goods, but certainly a great goal there. He really stepped up when you needed to. And the last one, Malcheski, it was like the goal in the first quarter. He just slammed on the boot, got it on really quickly. Hanbury's really quick hands there were fantastic. Hanbury was fantastic all day, in fact, and pretty much that was the seal there. Look how happy they are, and Swans are premiers.
They certainly are. And plenty of joy. Look at that. They knew before the final siren when it was going to be theirs once they got 10 points in front. Brownie, in front of the big screen, what can you tell us?
I reckon there's big moments in every game, and no bigger moment than this in the grand final. Adam Goods was pretty good all day. Josh Gibson's been a rock in defence all year for Hawthorn. Just want to show you the last goal that Adam Goods kicked to put them back in front, but I thought Josh Gibson probably made an error on this one. As we go to the tape, the ball comes in. They're both on each other here. Goods is here, Josh Gibson's here. He leaves Goods. Now, Josh Gibson's got a decision. If he's going to go up into this pack right here, look at the score. They're only a point in front. There's 6 minutes to go. If Josh Gibson's going to go, he needs to take the ball out. What happens is, we see that Adam Goods stays at the bottom of the pack. Gibson's been so good all year at doing that. He needed to take in the pack, clear the ball, not leave Goods on the ground with an easy goal.
Experience in finals, and one of the experienced men of the club got them over the line in that situation. Fellas, your votes yesterday, really interesting talking to you this morning and what you've said. Ryan O'Keefe, we've mentioned, was the Norm Smith medalist.
Yeah. And we had a vote between us all here, and we've come up with...
came up with, Bill.
Dan Hanbury.
Yeah.
So we all thought that Hanbury and Sewell were in our best 3, and it was pretty much, we all had the same 3, but it was amazing how things can change. Ryan O'Keefe was a clear winner with the Norm Smith panel, but not with our Sunday panel.
Yeah, and when you look at Dan Hanbury's game, some of the things that he did, and those little 1%ers where it might be a punch, a tackle, a courageous mark, and also classy finish. We just felt that he was best of field, but we got it wrong because Ryan O'Keefe was a Norm Smith medalist.
No, he certainly was, and nothing can be taken away from him. That was a wonderful effort. We're going to take a break. We'll be coming back with Christy Malthouse, and also Jude Bolton will be joining us.